Well, here we are and welcome to my childhood lake. It's a very special place to me. I've been fishing it now for well over 30 years with a bit of a break in the middle somewhere, and it's a place that I have a lot of emotions with, a lot of feelings with, and a lot of love for. Now in this video we're going to recap my last 12 months back on here. I've done 4 or 5 sessions on here last year, get a feel for the place, see what's going on, and then I'll do a few more sessions here this year as well to see what we can winkle out. So this video is all about what happened in the past 12 months. I've got loads of video footage to show you of fish that we caught, and then while I'm here I'm going to do a bit of an in-session piece as well and see if we can winkle one out with the cameras at the same time. That means for me there's no real pressure because you are going to see plenty of fish in this video, but one on this session would be very nice as well. As I said at the start of the video, I fished here for a long time. It's where I learned to fish. I've got so many memories here fishing with my father and my uncles as well, catching roach, perch, bream, tench and everything else in between, and then moving on to the carp as well. Fished here a lot in my youth up to when I was about 16, carp fishing, where I learnt to carp fish, looking back now very poorly. And spent a long time here with mates that I used to bring down with me, catching loads of nice carp. I'll probably overlay some old photos here for you to laugh at the same time. Catching loads of old, amazing carp, never really knowing how good we had it. This is the now. We're talking the mid-90s, so a little while ago. I haven't fished it for a long time in between, fishing other places, going around and just exploring the world of carp fishing in the UK and seeing what else it had to offer. But this place was always on my mind. Anyone that knows me, I've spoken about this place with them. So I decided to come back and give it another go. So it's changed a lot over the years actually. I can only fish from one area, which is where I am now. I used to be able to fish all around the place and do whatever I wanted, but we're only fishing from one area now. Unfortunately for this video and any videos about this place moving forward, I can't show you the lake. There may be the odd snippet of the odd bank here or there, but I can't really divulge where we are, unfortunately, which makes videoing it a bit weird. So there's going to be no drone footage, there's going to be no big pan legs of the shot or epic sunsets or time lapses of any sort. So moving forward, if you want more videos after this one done on this venue, let me know in the comments down below. If you want more, I will gladly do them, but there's not going to be a whole lot of footage to show you of the lake itself, so it might be a bit of a weird sort of diary piece more than any nice cinematic videos or vlogs in the future. But let me know in the comments if that's something that you want to see. So where do we begin? Well, we actually begin middle of February last year. That was my first time coming back here in many years, and we're in the start of April now. It's the well, middle of April, it's the Easter weekend. So just over a year ago I came here. It looks very similar than it does today actually, a little bit colder, but a very similar setting. Green starting to appear on the trees and a bit of a cold nip in the air still. I wasn't expecting much out of that session. All I had to go on was many years ago fishing it and catching carp from certain areas. It's not like I could walk around and find the fish and cast to them. I just had to fish from here and see if anything came up. So what I ended up doing was putting one rod on an area I caught many fish from many years ago. I put one rod on that area, which was against a big reed line bank 80 or 90 yards away, and then I put the other 2 rods in random other places against other banks and out in the open water. The lake itself, I should mention, about 18 acres in size, and I'm fishing the main big bowl area of the lake. There's a couple of small arms that stretch off to smaller bays, but I'm fishing the main area of water. I can reach a couple of the banks by casting, but a lot of it is out of reach, especially when I'm using 9-foot scopes and, well, newly acquired GTL 8000, which will help a little bit, but not a great deal. So that was my first session here. I put the rods out, wasn't expecting a lot. I was just happy to be back on the bank of such a beautiful place. But on that session, the carp gods must have been looking down on me, and my dear late uncle, who is got his ashes scattered just over there, must have been watching down on me, as on that session I actually managed to catch my first carp out of this lake in a long time. It was a mega fish, probably a mid-double or so. I was that happy and that excited. I have got video footage of it, which I'm going to show you now, but I didn't set it up properly and the focus is all over the place. But here's the fish for you to have a look at. Well, first session on the lake. Wasn't planning on catching one at all this trip, I just wanted to be here. But I managed to do it. Thought it was probably 16, 17 pound, but I don't really care, to be honest. Probably 15, maybe 16 pound. Original fish though, I mean. This fish comes from a line of very old special carp. It's not been stocked in here. It's just grown on in this lake, probably never been caught. Mouth's absolutely perfect. I'd definitely go as far as to say it's never been caught before. And the first one, absolutely over the moon. Lovely mirror. Show you the other side. It's a bit of a feisty one, obviously. There we go. There he is. So happy with this. Means everything to me, this fish does. Days and days and days of dreaming about this place, well, for a good 20 years to be back on here fishing for these fish. And the thought the night of bream and a tench was gonna cause me issues. Alright, we'll get you back in a second, buddy. And then he shows up for me. Over the moon. Let's get him back in the water. Say goodbye to him. Mwah, you special, special fish. Here he goes. Goodbye, buddy. Oh, that water's cold. I think you'll all agree it's an absolute banger. Size is irrelevant, probably a mid-double as I've said, but it was my first fish from the lake. I was so happy. Emotions were all over the place. It meant a huge amount to me, and it settled it in that there was definitely carp still in here, and it was something worth having a go at. Remarkably though, it was still about a month and a half till I got back down here after that session, and it was the start of April, pretty much exactly where we are now. And this time I brought the bait boat with me. The simple fact of the spot that I'd caught the carp from, which was 80-90 yards or so away with the 9-foot scopes and the GT 6000s at the time, was a bit of a struggle for me. I was fishing braid as well because there are a few snags around here, and getting the bait over there is proving to be a little bit of a struggle. So I brought the bait boat with me, which opened up a whole host of new options of where I could fish to at the same time. So on this session, it was pretty much a rinse and repeat. Get the rods back out, one on that spot, and then explore a couple of zones with the bait boat to see if there's anywhere else we can get some rigs. And on that session, that spot produced once more for me a mega fish. I've got plenty of footage from that session, so have a look at this. Well, we're back down on the campaign water, and we've been blessed once again with another fish. This one much bigger than the last one. Went 23 pound 8 ounces when we weighed it this morning. Had the bite a couple of hours ago, just in the last throes of darkness, so we've stuck it in the retainer till now. And yeah, to say I'm buzzing is an absolute understatement. Mouth is absolutely pristine. Not a blemish on it. Oh. There she is, behaving nicely for me. 23 pound 8 ounce mirror. Same tactics as last time, same sort of zone as last time. Scopex squid bottom baits. I bumped up to 20 millers. I had no tench or bream on them last night. And this one was a yellow Scopex squid pop-up over the top of them. Pink didn't do anything this time. It's a yellow Scopex squid pop-up. Yeah, absolutely made up with her. Big old wrinkly dinosaur. Really happy. There's the other side. No idea how old she's going to be. She ain't a young fish, that's for certain. What a mega creature. Another one ticked off the list as we get this campaign underway. It's here the second session, second fish. Lucas had a little bream as well last night, didn't you, mate? Do you want to come get in a shot? Lucas had a bream yesterday as well. But yeah, absolutely buzzing, aren't we, mate, eh? Yeah. Mega fish. A bit further forward. You got it? What a wicked fish. There she is. Absolutely buzzing. A couple of stills, we'll get her back in the water, swim free and do what she does. Absolutely made up. Mwah. So, second session, second fish, going off really well. My son actually caught a little small common on that session as well. A little, I don't know, it might have been a low double if he's lucky, but it was a lovely little common and showed that there was young fish in here and they were breeding and it was a happy environment for them, which was great, great news. Came back down the lake again about 2 weeks after that and did another 24-hour session. Again, it was rinse and repeat. It had worked so far, so why not? 3 rigs out, one on the same spot I caught those previous 2 fish from, one on a super long spot that I'd found with the bait boat about 150 yards or so, and the other one I was just plinking around a single, see if it'd pick anything else up. An interesting thing on this session actually happened. I had my deeper with me. It was a deeper that I had for years. It was a deeper start, the little triangular shaped one. I'd had it for absolutely years, and I had that with me and thought, you know what, I'm going to have a look around and see what's going on, because I had loads of tales as a kid about deep ravines and old riverbeds and humps and bumps and all sorts, so I thought, let's investigate it, get the deeper out and see what we can find. So I had the deeper with me, got it on my spod rod, had a flick around, and it was an estate lake. It was 8 foot deep, absolutely everywhere. It varied between 7.5 and 8 foot, big silty bottom, slopes on the sides. It was a big bowl. Couldn't see any features whatsoever, and that's all I could find. All the margins were shelving up like every mere does, gradual slope up to the bank and down to 7-8 foot. Dead easy, dead simple. I like fishing like that. It means I've got to make my own feature or find the fish and actually fish for them. Unfortunately, on that session, I cracked off my deeper and I couldn't retrieve it because it went straight across the other side of the lake, which is very unfortunate, but it gave me an opportunity to watch my phone as the deeper slowly got taken by the current over to the other side of the lake, and I got to see quite a lot of the depth and the topography of the lake on the deeper to arrange that I couldn't cast it to. So as it went out, it stayed at 8 foot all the way across until it lost signal, which tells me it's just a big bowl. Unfortunately, I lost my deeper, which was devastating. And I could never get it back because of where it went, so unfortunately that is gone with the angels forever and ever and ever. I have got a new one now though, which is great, so we might crack that one out at some point as well. But anyway, back to the fish. The first fish I had was off the same spot that I'd had the previous fish from. Although I had changed it around a little bit, I popped some popped up tiger nuts out there this time just to see if it would do anything different. The new range from Nash had just come out, so I whacked some of those out with some tigers and some boilies in the hopper of the bait boat, quite a lot of bait this time. Sent it out there, and I had a mega 17 pound or so mirror just as it was going dark. Lovely fish, really happy with that. And then the next morning I had one more fish off the long spot, about 150 yards with a bait boat, as far as I could get it pretty much, and it was probably one of my favourite carp I've ever caught. I don't think I even weighed it. It was a low 20. Can't remember the weight exactly. If I did weigh it, it'd be in my Instagram somewhere, I'd imagine. Mega scaly fish, and the settings were perfect because the bluebells were all coming up and it was just the perfect shot for me. So mega shot, mega fish. Really happy with that one, and I was starting to feel really at one with the lake now. I was getting back into the swing of things and catching fish. I was really happy. Now after that, it wasn't a few months until I managed to get back down again. Other commitments, family, other venues, different things going on. Couldn't get down for a few months, so the next time I got down, it was actually August time, and I just got back from a mega trip at church and had a great time there, and I had to get back out again, so came back down the lake for one more time with my lad. Another 24-hour session again, that's all I've been able to do here. Got all the rods out, and what can only be described as absolute carnage. It kicked off massively. I think we had 9 or 10 fish in that session. It was absolutely mental. All the rods were going, everywhere we put a bait, we were pretty much catching a fish. It was a dream session. I think I had 5 fish and my lad had 4 fish on his own rods, which was epic. It was really good. I think it's the first time he's had multiple takes off his own rods. So he was buzzing as well. I've got loads of footage which I'll play for you in a second, but interestingly on that session we caught the same fish twice, and I re-caught the epic low 20 mirror that I had the shots with a bluebell on the last session. I re-caught that and didn't realise it. But yeah, the same fish on the same session, a crazy little mirror which you'll see first in a second. It was milling around in the corner down here, bread bomb on the top, caught it straight away. Slipped it back in, did all the photos, and then the next morning Lucas had one of his rods down there and we caught it again off the bottom. So yeah, 12 hours apart, off the top and off the bottom. Crazy little mirror. There's loads of footage here. I'm going to overlay it all together and mishmash it in, so it may not be any special format for you, but here are all the clips and some amazing fish from that session. Well, we've been here for what seems like 10 minutes, back down on the special lake, and we've had one off the top already. Proper old one this is. Little bread bomb, saw it in the pads close by, took the opportunity and yeah, stuck a bread bomb on it. Let's get some water on it. Proper gnarly creature this one. Smashed the bread bomb, really quick bite actually, and yeah, what a way to start this quick session. We only have 24 hours, so to catch one straight away, as you know, takes the pressure off. It makes the barbecue later all that much better. Look at that fin up as well. What a wicked old scaly one. Mega carp this is. What a character. This is the type of carp I like to go fishing for. Mega one. Right. Gonna stick them in a retainer for 2 seconds while we get the camera sorted for some stills, and then we'll slip her back in. Wow, happy with this. What a mega old dinosaur. Such a wicked cool carp this is. Old as the hills this one, you just know it. Mega one. Off you go, buddy, thank you. Come on. Well, after that first fish I was thinking I was really lucky. I wasn't sure, well, I wasn't hoping for another opportunity to be fair. Oh sorry, Luke, you pass me that bucket of water please, buddy. Very angry, but a lovely little common, up a double maybe. I'm not weighing him to be fair, I'll weigh him if they seem a bit special, but I don't know, 16, 17 pounds now by feeling it. Yeah, mega one, mega happy with this one. It's on a pink citrus pop-up over a bed of Scopex squid with some rock salt, and it's actually had worm liquid in it as well, randomly. Yeah, important thing is we got her on the bank now, and we're holding her up for you guys, so mega common, wicked colours on this one. So yeah, really happy. Going to get it back quite quickly because I want to get this rod out before it goes dark. It's about 7 o'clock now, so I want to get the rod out before it goes dark. So yeah, we'll get her back quite quickly and we'll get that rod back on that spot again. Easy, tiger. Mwah, thank you.
Which one is it? That one. Oh, that one. Jeez. Ow. And where?
Well, this session has turned out absolutely mental. Hopefully the audio's capturing all this on my mic. Good mics are still idiot proof. Still aren't idiot proof even. Right, where's this fish? So this is fish number 7, I want to say. We've lost 4 as well. They're all about the same sort of size, maybe 16 pound at a push, 15 maybe, yeah, we'll go with 16 pounds, so they're all the same sort of size. Obviously it doesn't really matter too much, whereas before we've caught one fish that might have been a 20 or something. This time we're getting loads of bites and they're a bit smaller, so it doesn't really matter too much. Calm down, mate. Look at that one. There we go. So this is fish number 7, I think I just said. Another mega common taken off the long spot. This one put up a right scrap just after Lucas had one off a very close in spot. This one literally busted off. Hopefully got the take on the GoPro as well. We got it on for the Lucas's fish, but it all happened so quickly. Hindsight on the GoPro wasn't up to speed. So, well, if you've seen it already, it means we captured it. If not, you missed it, I'm afraid. Nearly ripped the rod in at 160 yards fishing braid, so the rod was up against the alarm. But yeah, what a mega common. Proper scrap, proper fish. In love with this one. Wow, happy. Gonna get some stills, then we'll get her put back in. Loving it. Well, this session is getting a bit silly now. Not long until we're going to pack up, actually. What on earth is that? It looks familiar, you know. It looks familiar. Oh, it's crapping out boilies everywhere. It looks a bit like fish I had on my second, I think it is, on my second session or something like that. For picture reference, it was the ones with all the bluebells on it, which I'll have to check on my phone. It does look just like it, but we'll hold it up and do the bits just in case it isn't that one. Oh, I think it is. I think it is. What a mega carp. If it is a repeat, don't care, it's a cool carp. I'll have to double check my phone back, so we're going to go through the motions just in case it isn't. What a cool creature this is indeed. Big rubbery lips on it. I'm sure it's the same one. We'll flip around so we can see the other side just to make sure on the pictures. And then, yeah, we'll slip her back. I'm not going to weigh it. I would weigh this one normally, but on the basis that it is a repeat capture, I'm not going to. Easy go. It's definitely a 20 though. Angry. Very angry. Mega one. Absolute mega one. Very, very pretty fish, this one. We'll take some stills just in case, then we'll slip him back. Been munching on the bait, this one has. The landing net is absolutely covered in poo. Loving it. That then brings us right up to this day. I didn't come back all winter or the tail end of last summer at all. I was predator fishing in different venues. I wanted to come here and do some pike fishing, but never did. My dad actually started fishing again. He came down during the winter, did a bit of pike fishing as well. But I haven't been back since until now. Not too sure why, actually, but never mind, we can't change the past. So we're back here now. I've just done a 24-hour session already. My dad was here, he fished with us all day yesterday on the float and caught loads of little roach and brought back loads of real childhood memories for me. Lucas was here as well, so we had an absolute whale of a time. And then today it's just me for the rest of today and tonight to try and get this video done and hopefully put another carp on the bank and show it for all of you guys on the camera here as well. Now hopefully that recap wasn't too discombobulated and messed up for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and sort of saw what was going on over the past 12 months or so. As I said at the start of the video, moving forward, if you want to see more from this venue, let me know. They're awkward videos to do when you can't really show anything apart from yourself and what's going on around you, but we'll try and make the best of it we can, especially with this session that we're about to do now. So that's it for the catch up. We're on to this session. I need to get some rods back in the water. I'm going to redo some rigs. I might even put a zig out as I didn't catch anything yesterday. Not too sure what to do yet, but I'm going to get some rigs tied up, get the rods put out, and hopefully, cross all the fingers, catch another fish, but not the small crazy mirror we caught already twice, or the other scaly one I've caught twice. Hopefully something new. Good thing about this lake is I have no idea what's in here at all. No idea. When I fished here as a kid, we had loads of carp up to and around 30 pounds. I caught my PB at the time from here at 32 pounds, I think it was. And that was when I was 15 and didn't break it until 2 years ago. So I know there were fish in here that were big, and we saw fish much bigger as well, typical fisherman's tails. But yeah, it's interesting because I have no idea what's left, don't know what's going on, and that's the excitement of it for me. So enough chit chat from me and blabbering on. I'm going to get myself sorted, get new rigs done, get the rods out, and hopefully bag another fish. Well, here we are then, we're coming into the evening, it's about 7 o'clock now. Nothing else has happened, I've just put the 3 rods back out again. fresh hook baits, make sure they're all clipped up and they hit the spots perfectly. So yeah, it's just all can do is wait now really. I haven't blanked on here yet, so I'm not expecting to tonight, but haven't seen any fish shows apart from the one little one that leaped out just down here to the side. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I've got to be off early in the morning, so I'll get tonight done. Hopefully have something. If I do, you'll see it during the night or first thing in the morning, and then I'm off. But for now, I'm going to make a brew, have a bit of food, and then hopefully I'll see you either the next couple of hours during dark or first thing in the morning with a carp. All the fingers are crossed. Hopefully we can bag something. Well, good morning everyone. It is very nearly time to pack up, but we have had one this morning. It's a recapture again. I've had this fish 3 times now. Spoke about it at the start of the video. It was the fish with a nice bluebell shot, and then the recapture from the crazy session. And just had it again. Different spot this time, and it's a bit bigger, but we're going to slip it straight back. Did a poll on Instagram because I couldn't figure out what to do. And someone was awake at this time. Ooh, that went down my welly. Thanks, mate. Nice parting gift, eh? Gonna hold him up quickly for you, and then we're gonna get him back. So there he is. Mega fish. 3rd time I've caught him. He is bigger, but never mind. Gonna slip him back. Crazy, crazy apple slice mirror. Favourite fish from here, so it's nice to see him again, but it's time to let him go. There you go, buddy. Ha! So there we go then. I think that's pretty much the end of the session, unless we have a miracle bite before I pack up and go. Thank you all for watching. If you do want to see more on this lake, let me know. It'll be videos like this. Like I say, I can't really show you the lake or talk about it a great deal, but I can show you some fish along the way if it's something that you want to see. So let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more about this lake, and yeah, we'll see what the future brings for videos here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.